Table of Osama bin Laden, a full documentary with recipes, prologue, an empty kitchen, on May 2nd, 2011, at 1:13 a.m. A team entered a house in Balal town, Abbottabad, Pakistan. They found 3 families, a dozen children, foam mattresses on the floor, walls 18 feet high topped with razor wire, and a kitchen. In that kitchen, there was no menu, no last meal request, no final statement. There were bags of rice, flatbread, goat meat, yogurt, honey, and, according to the local shopkeepers who supplied the house for 6 years, crates of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and candy for the world's most wanted man. The table was always the most honest biography. He could lie about politics, about war, about God, but not about what he asked for when he was hungry. Act 1. The Desert Table, Jeddah, 1960s. Osama bin Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden was the 17th son of the richest builder in Saudi Arabia. The bin Laden family table was endless. Lamb, rice mounded with raisins and almonds, platters that fed 50. But his father, Mohammed, insisted his sons learn the desert. He would take them into the empty quarter to camp. While the other sons complained, Osama excelled. He hunted the D-hub, the spiny desert lizard, and brought it back to frighten his brothers. In the desert, food shrinks to 4 things: bread baked on a rock, dates in a pouch, water in a skin, yogurt soured by heat. That became his identity. His bodyguard, Abu Jandal, would later tell interrogators that bin Laden can live on nothing more than bread, dates, and water. It was not poverty. It was performance. To eat like the Prophet's companions was to prove you were worthy to lead them. Recipe 1, khubz, the desert flatbread. The bread Abu Jandal described. Ingredients: 3 cups whole wheat flour, plus 1 cup white flour, 1½ teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon instant yeast, 1¼ cups warm water, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Method: mix flours, salt, yeast. Add water and oil. Knead 8 to 10 minutes until smooth and stiff. Cover 60 minutes. Divide into 8 balls. Roll into thin 7-inch discs. Heat a cast iron skillet until smoking. No oil. Cook 45 seconds per side until puffed and charred. Wrap in cloth. He ate it torn with 3 fingers of the right hand. Never cut with a knife. Recipe 2, the 7 dates. His daily breakfast, per his wife Ajwa. Ingredients: 7 soft Ajwa dates from Medina, or medjool dates, 1 glass cold water, 1 cup cold Laban, or plain full-fat yogurt. Method: on an empty stomach, eat an odd number of dates first, with water. This is sunnah. Later, eat the yogurt alone. No sugar added. The dates kept without refrigeration for months. Ideal for life in the mountains. Act 2. The Table on the Ground, Afghanistan, 1996. 2001, when Robert Fisk found him on a mountain in 1996. There were no chairs. Fisk wrote, "We will now pray and then eat," he announced the last time I met him, on a mountain in Afghanistan. Bin Laden sat next to me on the ground, a tablecloth laid on the bare earth in front of us. That was the rule. Prayer first, then food, then talk. Everyone sat cross-legged around a plastic sheet. Ayman al-Zawahiri, his deputy, described it after his death in a eulogy tape that was more about food and housing than ideology. Osama bin Laden led a frugal life, spending all his personal wealth on attacks against the West and serving his guests good food. Zawahiri continued, "When you entered his house, you would be surprised. It was a very simple house, with some wooden beds and plastic coverings, and very little furniture. If the sheikh invited us to his house, he would give us what he had in the way of bread, vegetables, rice. Whatever was available, he would give us. But for guests, he slaughtered. He was known for his generosity with guests. He would slaughter livestock for them and give them tasty food. In Kandahar, he once bought a whole herd of sheep to feed visitors. He himself ate least. That was the point. Away from fighters. His first wife, Ajwa, remembers a different man. In her memoir, Growing Up Bin Laden, she describes a man who planted sunflowers. The Economist, summarizing her account, wrote, "Somewhere, according to one of his 5 wives, was a man who loved sunflowers and eating yogurt with honey, who took his children to the beach and let them sleep under the stars." Recipe 3, Laban bil asel, yogurt with honey. The dish Ajwa said he loved. Ingredients: 1 cup very cold, thick Greek yogurt or labneh, 2 tablespoons raw cedar honey, Yemeni honey if you can find it, pinch of ground green cardamom. Method: spoon yogurt into a clay bowl. Make a well in the center. Drizzle honey into the well. Do not stir. Dust with cardamom. Scoop with bread. The honey should bleed slowly into the yogurt as you eat. In his house, this was breakfast, dessert, and comfort food. No refined sugar. Honey was both sweet and religious. Recipe 4, Ruz mafruk, rice with vegetables. The everyday pot Zawahiri described. Bread, vegetables, rice. Ingredients: 2 cups aged basmati rice, washed 3 times, 3 cups water, 1 large onion diced, 2 carrots diced, 1 cup peas or okra, 2 tablespoon oil, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon salt, half teaspoon black pepper, half teaspoon turmeric. Method: heat oil, crackle cumin seeds. Add onion until soft. Add carrots, peas, turmeric, salt, pepper. Stir 2 minutes. Add rice, toast 1 minute. Add water, bring to boil. Cover tight. Lowest heat 15 minutes. Rest 10 minutes without lifting lid. Serve on a communal platter. No meat. In his house, meat was reserved for guests. Act 3. The Invisible House, Abbottabad. 2005 to 2011, the world imagined a cave. The reality was a 3-story villa, custom built by his courier, Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti, who paid $48,000 for soggy lots, and instructed the builder to put up 18-foot walls topped with razor wire and apply anti-snooping film on the upper floor windows. Inside, it was designed to be as self-contained as possible to minimize contact with the outside world. The residents burned their garbage rather than putting it out for collection. The compound had chickens, goats, rabbits, honeybees, cow and kitchen gardens. Bin Laden's grandchildren, who he schooled himself, competed in vegetable gardening competitions. Breakfast was flatbread, laban, honey, dates, tea. Lunch was rice with whatever the garden gave. Okra, potatoes, carrots, cooked with cumin, and a little goat if one had been slaughtered. Dinner was leftovers, bread, yogurt. He slept on a foam mattress. His wardrobe was 3 summer outfits, 3 winter outfits, 1 sweater. He shaved his gray with just for men hair dye before recording videos. And yet, the local shopkeepers told a different story. When the al-Kuwaiti brothers headed to bazaars, they would stock up not just on non-bread and staples, but on Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and candy. The pantry also had Calpol children's medicine, and the hard drives held Disney movies and Tom and Jerry cartoons. Ascetic in principle, suburban in practice. Recipe 5, laham mandi, the guest meat, the whole herd of sheep dish. Ingredients: 1.5 kilograms goat or lamb on the bone, large pieces, 4 cups basmati rice, 1 onion, 6 garlic cloves, spice mix, 1 teaspoon each cumin, coriander, cardamom, black pepper, ½ teaspoon cinnamon, ½ teaspoon cloves, salt, oil. Method: rub meat with half the spices and salt. Rest 30 minutes. Sear in oil until browned. Add onion, garlic. Cover halfway with water. Cover pot tightly with foil and lid. Cook on lowest heat 2.5 hours until meat falls off bone. Remove meat, strain broth. Cook rice in that broth with remaining spices. Serve rice mounded, meat on top, with yogurt and green chili sauce on the side. In his house, the guest got the meat. The host took rice and broth. Act Roman 4, the Last Supper That Never Was. On May 1st, 2011, dinner would have been eaten after Maghrib prayer, around 7 p.m. There is no witness to the plate. The SEALs found food in the kitchen, but logged weapons, not rice. There are only 2 bookends. The first comes from 2012, when the BBC reported, "We had dinner with bin Laden in 2010. 2 men claiming he left the compound in a convoy of a dozen SUVs for a dinner with tribal elders. If true, it was one of his last meals as a host. The second is the burial at sea. The USS Carl Vinson. The body washed and slipped into the North Arabian Sea within 24 hours. The decision to not release photos meant doubts about bin Laden's death were fueled by the U.S. military's supposed disposal of his body at sea. The decision to not release any photographic or DNA evidence, a man who believed his grave would be an eagle's belly, its resting place in the sky's atmosphere, got the sea. If you had asked him what he wanted for a final meal, everyone who knew him, Ajwa, Abu Jandal, Zawari, would agree. Hot khubz, 7 Ajwa dates, and a bowl of cold Laban with cedar honey, not because it was his favorite flavor, but because it allowed him to believe, even at the end, that he was eating like the prophet, while hiding from the world he had tried to destroy.